everybody.
I maintain suicide isn't always selfish, okay? Not always. I don't have children, I'll do what I want. I just farted right over there, because I'm a lady and I can do it quiet. It's called skills. Can I take my shoes off? Is it going to be an issue for people? No, it's not an issue, or no, I can't do it. Too late, it's done, it's happening. I feel weird doing a show in a comic book shop because I tell mostly dick jokes, and I feel like telling sex jokes in a comic book shop is like telling food jokes to hungry people. Like, it's just not, it's rude. Although there are an odd amount of women here today, and it looks like you're getting laid. That's kind of weird. What are you doing here, sir? What? And you hang out here? Are you?
He knows the owner.
But you bought your lady? Is that what that is? All right. Well, good for you. And she doesn't seem to mind. That's fine. We were talking about masturbation with the last comic, and this is something I like to discuss with people because I feel like there are whole porns being made that are just a chick in the shower, just giggling and fiddling with herself, and I don't. That's not how it happens for me at all. When I masturbate, it is violent and it is extreme. I am 33 years old. I've been masturbating for a long time. It is efficient, but it's also a race against the clock. I can only do it with my left hand because that's the mysterious stranger. And it cramps up on me and turns into a claw if I don't hurry. So it's just, and I have to be, look at the little young girl in the back row. Oh my God, it'll happen to you too, okay? I'm a chick, I can get dick whenever I want. They're just not any good at it, so I have to masturbate all the time. And I'm really good at it. My personal best, 12 times in 7 minutes. Beat that. I had extra inspiration that day. I invited a guy over, made him go down on me, and then kicked him out. I was feeling really powerful that day. But it's a very awkward, I have my legs like out all the way, like flat, like yoga style on the bed, and then my head has to be all the way to the left, because I have to face the Wizard of Oz poster. I don't know why. I even have a Wizard of Oz poster. And while I'm doing it, I read the names, and it's silent, I hold my breath, and I just furiously go for it, angry face, the whole nine. And then when it's over, I go, ugh, and then I slam my hand against the wall to, flatten it out so I can use it again for the next one. And I'm not self-conscious about doing it in front of people, but no one's ever asked more than once, is what I'm saying. Like, let me watch you masturbate. If you want, that's... I've never understood it myself. I've never asked a guy to jerk off. I've never been like, no, let me watch you jerk off. That sounds amazing. Just want to watch you do what you do in the shower. It'll be awesome. Just thinking about boners. No, it's not how it works for a lady. I need personality. You can't just send me a dick pic and I'm like, oh, I'm so wet right now. No. Make me laugh, asshole. Buy me a present. And you have to. I'm like, I know a lot of chicks fake stuff. I can't. I have a very meaty vagina, guys. I have to be turned on or you're never going to get in there. It's just not going to happen. It's evolutionarily advanced, basically. You're going to be like, where does this thing open even? Just think of it, it's like a fruit roll-up if it folds over on itself and then you can't peel it open again. You just have to deal with it. Just eat it like that. I like how you're laughing, sir. It makes me feel like you've only seen a handful of vaginas and maybe not in person. You're like, is this for real? It's real, sir. I have a very fancy vagina, and I'm proud of it. Sometimes I get a little paranoid around Asian chicks, because I feel like they're real smug about their tiny vaginas. And then since they're so tiny, I feel like people look at me and immediately think, oh my God, she probably has a huge vagina. But it's not. It's, like I said, it's just meaty, and I think it's awesome. It's just fancy and elegant, like prom vagina all the time, just ruffles and lace. It's amazing. It is. Oh. Anyone fucking fat guys? Anyone? Oh my God, I know it's LA, but it happens in other parts of the country. People do it. I recommend it. I think it's super fun, and it's also kind of like science. Because, I don't know if you guys know this, but they have like more dick in there. And you can, it's like surprise dick. You're like, ooh, it's really fun to play with. And they don't even care. They can't see what you're doing down there. They're just happy someone's touching them, Like, I can't believe I'm getting this for free. And I'm just down there like, yay! Surprise, surprise, it's useless dick. And I'm a fairly chunky girl. I think I've been really poor, so I'm a little less chunky. My dad got me these pants 6 years ago to try and motivate me to lose weight, and now they finally fit. What? Didn't tell him, because he can suck it. I'm not going to tell him. But as a chunky girl, I feel like if being overweight somehow made my vagina, like, unfortunate, I would just try to lose weight, you know? I wouldn't just be like, it's a useless hole, let's get ice cream, you know? But luckily that's not the case. As a woman, the chubbier you get, the better it gets. That's right, it is more crowded, is what happens. It gets layers. Yeah, and I can tell when I'm with a dude and I'm his first bigger girl, because they're like, this is awesome. I'm like, I know, it's a vagina within a vagina, and it has a pillow top. And it grabs on. It has layers. So halfway through that joke, I looked to my right and I was like, there's a kid sitting there. Anyone else? Anyone else? But I'm a professional, man. And I just rolled with it. I was like, I'm not going to make eye contact with him, and he already knows the rules. He's looking at his feet. It's fine. It's fine. I was like, damn. Just kept going. I was like, just rotisserie back to the cowboy hat guy. And everything will be gravy. You brought the child? Is he your child? Can you not act like you purchased his mother in front of him? Like, do you want him to grow up to be an LA dickhead and drive a ridiculous penis car and treat women like whores? Is that the goal? All right, she's high-fiving that. That's good for you. What is your name, little man?
Michael.
Michael, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I have no freaking idea.
That is amazing. Good for you, Michael. Don't let anybody pressure you. Oh my God, I used to make stuff up when I was your age. I'd be like, marine biologist. Ugh. Swim with the dolphins. You have to go to college for that, people. Clearly that was bullshit. Wasn't gonna do it. I'm not having kids, personally. Nothing against you, Michael. I just don't want to blow out my lady part. This is your only one?
Stab, I have two.
Oh, you have two.
I have two.
Things are just falling out of her.
No, I was cut. It's different.
All right, good for you. Oh, I always thought that people were like, well, why don't you just have a cesarean? I'm like, how is that better? No, cut through all of my most thickest muscle tissue. And no, I'm actually quite fond of my little belly. It's cute. It's like a very pale, almost. I look like a drowning victim. Let's be honest. But it's soft and delightful, and I want to keep it that way. I can't have children, guys. I'm not, because number one, I got to compete with the Asians doing Kegels right now. You see me rocking? Working on my fitness. That's what that is. Plus, kids, I think they're hard, man. They're hard to deal with, like a son. Boys are gross. You know that boys are gross. It's like signing up for 18 years of a game called Has There Been a Dick on This? And it's an easy game, because the answer is always yes, because boys are gross, and they hump your couch cushions and touch it to cabinet handles to see if they're cold. And I would too. If I had one, you guys would all have a dick-shaped bruise on your face right now. I'd be going to restaurants and putting on people's napkins and just waiting. Like, you touched it. Ha-ha, you like it. No, thank you. And can't have daughters, man. That's complicated. What if she turns out to be a whore? You know? Plus, with the internet, I didn't know as a child that I had an indoors. I was not aware of this. But kids today, they're smarter. And if I at 8 years old, I had known, I would have been just full of candy and pennies all the time. Just anything I didn't want to share with my brothers would have gone right in my secret pocket. Would have been dead of a yeast infection by age 10. Guarantee it. Wait, what are you doing? Are you giving him education? Are you subtitling for Michael? He has his shit together, okay? He does. I like this. Is that real leather, Michael? Is it because you have a conscience, Michael? I like your haircut, too. It's not all ridiculous. I feel like a lot of kids say do ridiculous things. What kind of music do you like? Oh, you're losing me, Michael. You are losing me, bro. Do you not have Guitar Hero?
I do.
Do you have the good one with the Who on it and stuff? Do you like that shit? Then we're back on. Alright? We're gonna go to a carnival. You like carnivals? Let's waste some money! I can only do carnivals with a child because as a Jew, playing carnival games on my own makes me actually physically nauseous. Because I'm like, I am wasting so much money right now. You could have just bought a goldfish for 10 cents. Oh my god. I'm gonna put my shoes back on, you guys, because it is time for me to medicate. I'm not gonna go into that, he's young. I was about this age when my mom sat me down and was like, don't smoke pot till you're 18, you'll never be anything in life. She gave me a lot of bad advice. She actually only gave me one piece of good advice, and I feel like I'm gonna close with this, and this is gonna be a whole set strictly about genitals, guys. She told me when she was like, Hailey, your life will be embarrassing enough as it is. Never go to a male gynecologist. And I was like, that's actually kind of fair. That's like hiring an Amish electrician. I'm like, are you sure you're qualified? I've never met a guy that had any idea what to do with one of those. And I think it's kind of gross, too. If you're a gynecologist, probably you're a gross guy. And you're like in med school and you were like, I love pussy. And you know that I'm right, because there's no such thing as a gay gynecologist. It has never happened in the history of the world. No gay man has ever been like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life up to my elbows in vaginas. Never. But the joke's on the male gynecologist, because what they don't calculate for is all the vagina that they get to examine is in distress. And that is why it has been brought, they're haunted by cheesy discharges and abnormal skin tags. And they deserve it. That is not a closer, but too bad. Good night.
Hailey Boyle, everybody. I learned a lot. I was taking a lot of notes. Woo! I had a lot wrong.